I thought about who made me who I am. We are only as good as those who influence us, and looking upon this crowd tonight, I know that you all had just as vital of a support system as I had. The most important part of these support systems is family. Family is defined as a group of one or more parents and their children living together as a unit. However, family is more than that. Your family are those who will wake up when you need, will sit countless hours helping you work through your problems, and they will be there regardless of the situation, time, or any other circumstance. I thank God every day for my family and for them putting up for me for these 18 years. And I speak for all graduates when I say, we love you. Even if we do not express it sometimes, we're only teenagers, we can't help it. We want to thank you for the long hours of helping us work through homework in elementary school, to the Walmart trips at 11 o'clock at night because, I had a presentation board for my project due tomorrow, despite having a month to do it. And most importantly, for believing in us and always having our back. The next part of our support system are our friends. One thing that I was repeatedly told when I was younger was you're only as good as those who you surround yourself with. Additionally, in Proverbs 17:17, it says, a friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Personally, I've had the pleasure of doing life with people that hold me accountable, such as Alex Benner and Loftus Caddy. People that I know I can call at any hour for help or just talk to, such as Tyler Davison, Nate Keller, and Julia Scott. And people that I know have my best interest, and we will have a good time no matter the situation, such as Brooks Matthews and Lucas Piscatelli. I consider these men my brothers. So graduates, if you don't mind, please take a second to think about your friends who have held you accountable for your actions and require you to live to your fullest potential through these 4 years. Fortunately today, we have the pleasure of seeing not only their hard work pay off, but yours. Because when they succeed, you succeed. And when you succeed, they succeed. The relationships we have established over these 4 years are deep and meaningful. And I encourage you to continue reaching out and being yourself so that you can continue finding brothers and sisters that you will be with throughout your life. The final part of our support systems are mentors. There's a quote by Riley Green, who's a country singer, that says, if you've met me, then you've met my old man. I like this quote, but expanded it to all my mentors who shaped my athletic and academic careers, as well as my life. These people range from our parents to our teachers, such as Ms. Jutzler and Mr. Stevenson, who have drastically shaped my life. I hope that as students, you have been able to connect with a teacher on a personal level, because it truly is one of the best relationships any person can have. Fortunately, at Asher Ridge, this is easy. All of our teachers are active in our school culture, and they aim to see us succeed as students, people, and adults. I had the chance to play varsity soccer for Asher Ridge over my 4 years. This was truly one of the best experiences of my life because it gave me a family. For those of you who don't know, though, my father is the coach, which thinking back might be a couple reasons why I made the team. But he had a saying that went, I could win no state championships, and I would not care because at the end of the day, my goal is to make great men and even better fathers. However, looking across this Coliseum today, it is clear that I did not have to be a part of the Asher Ridge men's soccer team for this to occur, because Asher Ridge has produced about 550 men and women sitting in this room today who have the potential to be successful, good mothers and fathers, and even better people. This is also the product of the support systems I've talked about throughout this speech. I want to thank the parents, mentors, and brothers and sisters for not only making this possible for me, but all of the graduates. I a little outro song, just kind of cap off this year. Thank you, parents, mentors, and brothers and sisters for not only making this possible for me, but all the grads you're about to see walk across the stage. Thank you. Before the playing of the national anthem, it is my honor to recognize our graduating seniors who have made the honorable commitment to serve our country in the armed forces after graduation. Please stand when your name is called and remain standing while we honor your patriotic decision. U.S. Army, Jerry Tony Goff. Ernest Ulysses Simmons. U.S. Coast Guard, Lainey Diane Broadhead. Katie Michelle English. U.S. Marines, Jonathan Alexander Boss. Caleb Wesley Bennett. Dominic Arthur Ratchford. Christopher William Shoemaker. U.S. Navy, Kenzie Snow Milligan. State and National Guard, Paulo Costello. Cameron Deshawn Elijah Rice. At this time, I invite everyone to please stand with the students for the posting of the colors and the playing of the national anthem. Please remove your mortar boards.
Good morning. Welcome to the 14th annual commencement for Ashley Ridge High School. It is a great honor to be a part of this celebration. This celebration would not be possible without the individuals sitting on the stage. Our Dorchester School District 2 Board of Trustees, Dr. Ashley Wimberly, Chair, Ms. Kelly Bates, Mr. Justin Farnsworth, Mr. Evan Guthrie, and Ms. Cynthia Powell. I'd like to recognize our district office administration, Dr. Shane Robbins, Superintendent, Mr. Chad Doherty, Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Kenneth Wilson, Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Lori Estep, Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Greg Harrison, Executive Director of Student Programs, Ms. Christy Sealander, Assistant Director of Secondary Schools, Ms. Kelly Purvis, Assistant Director of Secondary Schools, and Ms. Galia Mercer-Brown, Assistant Director of School Counseling. The supportive, student-focused leadership displayed by our district leaders is key to our student achievement. The administrative team at Ashley Ridge works tirelessly providing successful options for our students. Our administrative team is Anthony Bonacci, Justin Buckingham, Heidi Gary, Michael Jenkins, Anthony Peretti, Amy Porter, Lauren Townsend, and Randall Tucker. I'd like to recognize a group of individuals who give of themselves selfishly daily at Ashley Ridge. They work incredibly hard on building relationships with their students and pushing them towards success. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the amazing work of our faculty members. Thank you. The faculty and seniors respectfully request your cooperation as we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2024 in a dignified and respectful manner. All names are important to family and friends. Please help us ensure that all names are heard by holding your applause and celebration until all seniors are recognized. I promise I will give you lots of times to celebrate. A photographer will take each graduate's picture as they cross the stage. Also, remain in place until the graduates recess from the Coliseum. At this time, please check to ensure your cell phones are silenced. And I ask you very kindly and humbly to refrain from using air horns and noisemakers and yelling at anything that may distract from this ceremony. Remember, it's all about respect, and that's one of our Swamp Fox non-negotiables. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Members of the class of 2024, wow, here you are. Today's the day that we celebrate your hard work and your achievements and imagine all the possibilities that lie ahead. You've survived state wrestling championships. We've survived a truck fire in the parking lot, numerous band and region and state allocates, pep rallies, numerous track and field state championships, evening school, the highest EOC scores among the state, goats roaming the hallways in diapers, ROTC inspections with distinction, a softball lower state championship, a baseball state lower state championship, Swamp Fest, academic overtime, prom, cows escaping from their pens, musicals, a soccer state championship, blood drives, can't forget about the Ridge Rowdies, fire drills, celebrations, and most importantly, and I know nobody sitting in front of me has forgotten about the good old seat time. There is a lot to be proud of at Ashley Ridge, guys, and it's because of you graduates and your commitment to what you do. We survived all of these events because we were together. Never forget the good times or the bad times, and believe it or not, the good and the bad have made you into the graduate you are today. Whatever it is that you plan to do after today, whether that's a 4-year school, a 2-year school, military, or the workforce, remember to make the most of your time. Make time for your friends, your family, make time to love, make time to learn, and most importantly, make time to celebrate. As you leave Ashley Ridge High School, I challenge you not to waste a second of time. Live life to the fullest and have no regrets. Remember, another one of our Swamp Fox non-negotiables is we leave everything better than we found it. Class of 2024, I want a heartfelt thank you for allowing you to be my principal, for allowing me to be your principal. Sometimes I thought you were my principal, but you know. I'll tell you, I would have not wanted any class to begin my principalship with, and forever I hold those bonds that we have made close to my heart. Always remember, we are AR. Be the change, AR. Thank you.
Good morning. I have the distinct honor of introducing Ashley Ridge High School's 2024 Salutatorian, Megan Schmedeke. Megan plans to pursue a degree in architecture from Clemson University. To prepare for this speech, I naturally wanted to pay tribute to one of the most famous architects. Maybe you've heard of him, Art Vandelay, formerly of Vandelay Industries, who was responsible for the Guggenheim Museum addition. And graduates, which you didn't, but if you had gotten that reference, that's from Seinfeld, you should definitely thank your parents because they have prepared you well for the outside world. No, instead I turned to Google and I searched for words associated with architecture. And what caught my attention was the word fenestration. Now, if you're up to date with your Latin roots, you know that the word fenestra means window. So in architectural terms, fenestration refers to the arrangement of doors, windows, and openings in a building. From an engineering perspective, the fenestration of a structure is a delicate process. The inclusion of solid building materials creates a stable structure. However, removing or compromising these materials to make holes in the facade of a building for windows or doors inherently weakens the structure. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm out walking at night or riding in the car, I like to look into the lighted windows of homes. These glass portals, beautifully adorning the exterior of the structure, give you a sense of the heart of the home. They reveal the activity inside the home, the people who live there, and they provide a glimpse into the core structure of the house. Through those windows, we see the architectural juxtaposition of form versus function. Without the fenestration of the houses, we would only see the structurally sound yet boring exterior. For those of you fortunate enough to know Megan, I hope you can relate to this analogy. Megan is literally Genius Barbie. She walks into school with perfectly coiffed hair, not a shiny strand misplaced. Her skin is flawless. Her makeup complements her natural beauty. Her nails and her lip color both coordinate with her hot pink Stanley. If you didn't know better, you would think Megan might be headed to the tennis courts on Daniel Island instead of to calculus. Yet when she speaks, you know that Megan Schmedeke has the strongest, most stable academic core. The knowledge she possesses and the ease with which she showcases her academic talents are truly remarkable. I first taught Megan as a sophomore in AP Chemistry. She was quiet but eager, and she always set the standard for excellence. I knew then that she would be up on this stage today, 3 years later. And by the way, as a sophomore, she earned a 5 on her AP Chemistry exam. And over the course of her high school career, she's taken an impressive 13 AP classes with an average exam score of 4.5. It has been said that your eyes are windows into your body. If you open your eyes wide in wonder and belief, your body fills up with light. If you live squinty-eyed in greed and distrust, your body is a musty cellar. And if you pull the blinds on your windows, what a dark life you will have. Megan Schmedeke has filled the halls and classrooms of Ashley Ridge with light. She has opened our eyes to a world of wonder and belief. She has been the window through which we have witnessed the unparalleled architectural blending of ethereal beauty and stalwart construction. Architect Richard Buckminster Fuller, who invented the geodesic dome, and for whom the 60-carbon Buckminster Fullerene structure was named, remarked, "When I'm working on a problem, I never think about its beauty. I just think about how to solve the problem. But when I finish it, if the solution is not beautiful, I know it's wrong." Megan exemplifies this ideal of a beautiful solution, and her fenestration of Ashley Ridge High School has created timeless windows of hope and happiness. It is now my pleasure to introduce the class of 2024 Salutatorian, Megan Elizabeth Schmedeke.
I forced my whole family to wear pink, so the Barbie comment, pretty spot on. But good morning, faculty, family, and friends, and to my fellow graduates, happy graduation day. I want everyone to think back to 4 years ago. Middle school had just ended, and it felt like the transition to high school was the most dramatic obstacle we'd ever face. And it certainly didn't help that we all thought the world was ending. Aside from COVID, though, I was dreading this change for 2 reasons. The first being that most of my friends were going to Somerville, and the second being that this would be the first year that I was in the same school as my brother since 2nd grade, and I was terrified that he would shove me in a locker. Turns out, my brother doesn't actually hate me, and the lockers are pretty much just decorations, so that was a bit irrational. However, I was still missing my best friends in my support system, and I can't say that was changed at any point freshman year, since I never got the opportunity to truly meet many people. Fortunately, things started looking up sophomore year when I met some amazing friends and was able to bond with my teachers. Speaking of which, this was the year that I met Ms. Stutzler, a woman that I got to know not only as a teacher, but also as a friend. So I just want to say a quick thank you to her for the super sweet introduction. These new friends, teachers, and of course my family have continued to support and encourage me throughout the past 3 years. They're the reasons that I'm speaking to you all today, and I cannot express the gratitude and love I have towards these people. 4 years ago, I started a chapter of my life that I thought would be filled with some of the toughest obstacles I'd ever have to overcome. I can't lie to you and say that I loved every second of my time spent at Ashley Ridge. It was school after all. But looking back, as the chapter ends today, I can confidently say that high school was not nearly as challenging and terrifying as I thought it'd be. And I owe it all to the people that I've spent it with. Thank you to my friends for helping me relax after school. Thank you to my classmates for helping me through group quizzes. Thank you to the teachers who assigned group quizzes. And to my parents, thank you for everything. As soon as I realized we were all in this together and I wouldn't have to go through high school alone, overcoming all obstacles became possible. If you're walking across this stage today, you too have a support system that helped to get you here, so make sure you thank them. No matter where we're going, whether it be college, the military, or the workforce, today marks the beginning of a new chapter in our lives, which I can guarantee will be filled with many more challenges and obstacles. If you think you won't be able to make it through, remember the people that got you here today. I'm sure they want nothing but the best for you and would love to play a role in your success. For those of you that I've had the pleasure of getting to know, I know you will succeed. And for those of you who have no idea who I am, I have no doubt you will do the same. So long story short, we survived, thanks to each other. Congratulations, class of 2024. We did it, and I'm so proud of us.
The Swamp Fox Award is an award given to a senior that displays hard work, perseverance, determination, and grit. This year's recipient embodies all of the qualities it means to be a true Swamp Fox. I cannot say how much joy this student has brought to the students and faculty of Ashley Ridge. More importantly, she consistently puts others before herself and demonstrates kindness and compassion to every single person she meets. She can be seen playing on the volleyball court or answering questions in an advanced placement class. Her freshman year, the unthinkable happened to her family. Her mother, father, and Mimi were tragically killed in a car accident. Throughout the unthinkable, she has taken one day at a time with her head up and tackled anything that comes her way. Her sisters, Hannah and Katie, have become her rock. I cannot wait to see what the future holds as she begins her next adventure at Clemson University. It is with great pride that everyone in this Coliseum presents this year's Swamp Fox Award to Meredith Freeman. At this time, I'd like to announce the scholarship totals for the class of 2024. And y'all hold on to your seat for this, because this is some good news. Our goal at Ashley Ridge is to make sure that if a student wants to go to college, they will have an opportunity to attend. We don't want any student to not have the opportunity to pursue their dream due to financial constraints. As of this morning, I think about 20 minutes ago, a class of 569 diploma-earning students earned over $22.6 million to various colleges and universities. We have 38 Palmetto Fellows. We have 195 students who will be eligible to receive the 2-year Life Scholarship, 152 students who will be eligible to receive the 4-year Life Scholarship. Students wearing a medal with a black ribbon have earned the Dorchester Two Diploma of Distinction. These students have gone above and beyond their coursework, grades, and extracurricular involvement. We recognize our students who earned a Work Keys certification of platinum, gold, or silver, or bronze. These students and their achievements are recognized by a designated cord they are wearing. This year, 88% of our seniors earned a work-ready certificate. Seniors who have successfully completed a career major in one of our 4 schools of study wear a designated cord as well. Our 15 students who graduated with an associate's degree from Trident Tech are wearing a black mortarboard. Ashley Ridge is recognizing another group of seniors this year, our Advanced Placement Scholars. Our AP Scholars are 74 seniors who earned 4 or more AP credits. This spring, our Ashley Ridge students completed 1,011 AP exams. Yes, it's been a very good year to be a Swamp Fox. A special thank you to our school counselors, Shelby Achilles, Meredith Cohen, Jennifer Collins, Sarah Ellis, Vira James, Lauren LaPera, Carolyn Pastor, Toya Richardson, Ethan Scherer, and Milan Williams for their time and effort in making sure our seniors have options. I cannot help but think that our beloved former school counselor, Meg Jenkins, is smiling down on us this morning. Thank you.
Parents, family members, fellow educators, and most importantly, the class of 2024. On behalf of the Dorchester School District 2 Board of Trustees, it's my privilege as the superintendent to welcome you to today's ceremony. But before I get started, there's an ongoing joke that I have that there are 2 people in our district that I don't like to speak after. One is Dr. Wimberly, and the other is Shanique Summerhill. Now I have to add to the list that today I'm going to give you just some brief moments after hearing Megan and Meredith's stories. I feel so humbled to be standing up here, and I don't want to follow you. I wish I was going before you, so kudos to both of you. As you stand on the threshold of new chapters of your lives, we're filled with pride and optimism for each and every one of you. Today you have reached a significant milestone, your graduation day. This is a momentous occasion in your young lives that marks the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and for many of you, perseverance. As I thought about what to share with you today, I was reminded of the many unique trials and tribulations that have marked the final years of your K-12 school careers. Our world has always been defined by terms such as resilience and perseverance. Resilience is the power or ability of a material to return to its original form after being bent, compressed, or stressed. Whereas perseverance is the continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. Unfortunately, these words became everyday driving forces and mottos in your young lives as you left the halls of your middle schools to embark on your high school journey. Like parents, as educators, we want to ease you into the realities of this world, but the onset of the pandemic forced us all down a very different path. While at times it's hard to see, we're all stronger from this experience. While reading and trying to find something that might be of little value to you, I stumbled on this phrase: resilience in the face of ambiguous loss. This phrase was first defined by educator and researcher Pauline Boss in the 70s. Ambiguous loss can encapsulate losses that lack resolve or fall outside of conventional understanding of these experiences. It's pain without definite closure. She goes on to state that when you think broadly that resilience and adaptability, what resonates is being able to support yourself while supporting those around you. By creating support systems, actively checking in on your classmates, family, over texts, phone calls, you quickly realize these simple acts of kindness speak volumes. If your experience both at school and at home have taught you anything, it should be there's power in these simple acts of kindness. And a good friendship, and I've heard that spoken much today already, will remain with you wherever you are. With the conclusion of your high school careers, I want to congratulate you on your achievements and commend you for your resilience in the face of these challenges. You've shown great determination and strength in overcoming obstacles and pursuing your goals with unwavering commitment. Your perseverance is a testament to your character, your ability to overcome any hurdle that comes your way. As you embark on the next phase of your journey, remember that the world is full of endless possibilities and opportunities. Dream big, set ambitious goals, and never be afraid to chase after your passions. Believe in yourself and your abilities because you've proven that you can achieve great things. But remember, success is not just about personal achievement. It is also about making a positive impact on the world around you. Use your education, use your talents to impact the world around you. Contribute to the betterment of your communities and to the betterment of society as a whole. As you move forward, always remember the values and lessons you have learned along the way. Stay true to who you are, be kind and compassionate, and never stop learning and never stop growing. The journey ahead may not always be easy, but I have no doubt you have the strength and the courage to overcome any obstacles that come your way. So as I end, I'd like to share a quote with you from Sir Winston Churchill. Churchill was the British Prime Minister during World War II, and he's quoted with the following phrase: "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it's the courage to continue that counts." The future is yours to shape. I have no doubt that you will do so with grace, with integrity, and with purpose. We're so proud of each and every one of you and cannot wait to see the wonderful things that you're going to do and what you're going to accomplish in the years to come. Go forth and conquer the world, knowing that you have the power to make a difference. Congratulations, class of 2024.
When Miss Matthews told me that I had been asked to present the 2024 Valedictorian, I was humbled. This is a tremendous honor for me that both of these young ladies had bestowed upon me, and I felt the need to find the perfect words to characterize and capture the essence of each student. I teach AP Chemistry and AP Research, and if you're not familiar with this program, you should know that the AP stands for Advanced Procrastination. That applies to both the students and the teachers. So naturally, by Thursday, my anxiety had started to spike. I had written these sentences 100 times in my mind, but I was still not quite ready to commit to actually typing them. And then something clicked. If you've not yet blocked the Sunday night phone calls from the school, then you know Miss Matthews ends each call with the phrase for the year. This year, that phrase has been, "Be the change." I'm going to be honest with you. I'm usually too caught up on Sunday night with what I have to do to get ready for the upcoming week to really listen to the "Be the change" part of the message, because after all, I have perfected advanced procrastination. So Sunday night is typically a mad dash before Monday morning. But this past week has been slower, and apparently my subconscious listened. So later in the week, when I was going through emails, I happened to catch the phrase, "Be the change," again. And I mulled these words over in my mind and realized that this valedictorian did just that. She was the change. I have known this student since she was a sophomore. I have seen her make meticulous lists of notes and plans, and if you've been in my classroom during the spring semester this year, you undoubtedly saw whiteboards filled with detailed outlines of this student's research paper sections. I have watched her struggle, albeit productively, and I have witnessed her perseverance. And the one constant for this student is that she never deviated from her sense of self. This dichotomy between constant and change can be transcended when someone recognizes and appreciates their true worth as an individual. And that's what this year's valedictorian has done throughout her high school career. She precipitated change in those around her because she remained true to her own ideals while constantly modeling the virtues of generosity, honesty, wisdom, creativity, and empathy. She sparked reflection in our practices, and she most definitely created a paradigm shift in this role of valedictorian. Because she did it all, of course she did the academics, but also the athletics, softball in particular, the extracurriculars, student council, FBLA, AP Scholars. She was instrumental in creating Big Fox, Little Fox, our mentoring program for our freshman AP students. She quite literally had her hand in every initiative and still managed to have a life and be a good friend. This student showed us through immeasurable examples that by remaining true to ourselves, each of us could enact change. I will miss her selfless reminder of this, but I know that my heart has been forever changed by working with this student. When I was asking her this past week how she did it, how did she juggle all the things? Her response was that she leaned heavily upon her family and her faith. What powerful, steadfast supports to guide you through the flux of an ever-changing world. With regards to her academic pursuits, she told me she could usually look around the classroom and find at least 5 to 7 people who were smarter than she was. But because of her constant sense of self, she knew that her determination and her refusal to acquiesce would sustain her. These traits were undoubtedly nurtured by her family, and I know she will lean on them again as she embarks upon the next phase of her journey at the University of Michigan as she pursues a degree in pre-law. As I prepare to introduce this remarkable agent of change, I am reminded of these words: "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven." This student's season has been remarkable and inspirational. Today is her time to sparkle and to show us how change can be achieved through consistency. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce Ashley Ridge High School's valedictorian for the class of 2024, Haley Renee Napi.
Gosh, it's a lot bigger when you're standing up here looking at everybody. Okay, well, thank you, Ms. Jutzler. There's a reason that Megan, myself, and last year's valedictorian have all asked her to introduce us. She really exemplifies just, as a young woman, what you want to be when you grow up, just a kind person, very devoted, and she is just so supportive of her students. But thank you. Okay. Administrators, teachers, guests, and fellow graduates, good morning. Let me begin by saying something that we are all going to hear many times over the next few days. Congratulations. This graduating class has accomplished great things over the past 12 years of education, and we should all be very proud of ourselves. I'd also like to emphasize the importance of absorbing every aspect of this very moment. When you end a chapter on a cliffhanger, as we metaphorically are doing today, it's all too easy to plow into the next chapter with reckless abandon, neglecting to take a moment to reflect on the thrills and intrigues of the chapter that we just finished reading. Graduates, I encourage you to close your eyes and take it all in. Tune me out if you need, because tonight you will long since have forgotten what I have said up here, but what you won't forget is how it felt. 10 years from now, you won't forget how it felt to sit among 559 of your peers, surrounded by loved ones and an air of just overwhelming pride and accomplishment coming from all sides. On an occasion as momentous as this, I think one of the most important things to note about the past 4 years is just how much we have learned. And I'm not talking about the algebra, the chemistry, or the history, although that's important. I'm talking about how much we have learned about life. And I do recognize that we as teenagers are mere infants in the grand scheme of life, but I think with so much promise ahead of this graduating class, it's important to consider just how much we have grown. I have learned so much these past few years, and more often than not, I learned from my failures, mistakes, and difficult situations. I found that every mistake, however painful in the moment, has the potential to grow you in a way you previously thought impossible. I also learned that one of the greatest sources of growth is the people that God puts into your life. I have learned from teachers and classmates, coaches and teammates, coworkers and friends. No matter how long or to what extent someone is in your life, from a random person you see at Walmart to your very best friend since childhood, you can learn something from them. Unfortunately, I don't have time to personally recognize every individual who has helped and taught me over the course of these last 18 years. Sorry, Coach Blaine, I know I promised you otherwise. But what I can say is a sincere thank you. If my gratitude were a well, there would be no questioning whether it's overflowing. However, I do have time to recognize the people who have impacted and taught me the most in my life, my family. I am nothing without the support, guidance, and love of my family that God blessed me with. Mason, Marley, you're two amazing human beings. I've loved watching you grow up, and you make me a better person every single day. Mom, you taught me the importance of forgiveness, gratitude, and graciousness in living a truly fulfilled life. Dad, you showed me the importance of hard work and selflessness in every aspect of your life, pushing me to where I am today. I love you all, and thank you. I know you all are ready for me to be done. I've had multiple people ask for a short speech, and I do apologize, I have a little bit more. As I come to a close, I want to clarify that my intent of this speech isn't to portray a sense of rambling superiority. James chapter 3 advises, live well, live wisely, live humbly. It's the way you live, not the way you talk, that counts. Mean-spirited ambition isn't wisdom. Boasting that you are wise isn't wisdom. Twisting the truth to make yourselves sound wise isn't wisdom. So graduates, in the spirit of living well, wisely, and humbly, go out and live in the way that you personally have learned. We have been through an amazing 4 years that can by no means be encapsulated by a few consecutive adjectives. We have changed, grown, and most importantly, we have learned. Through the highs and lows, from friends and family members, through personal experiences and the guidance of others, we have learned. But we're not done yet. I encourage every graduate to take every experience that faces you in the next chapter and use this as a chance to learn. The ability to learn, to adapt, and to grow is a remarkable gift that has been given to each and every one of us. We shouldn't take that for granted. I leave you with 3 final points from comedically varying sources. First, from the wise words of a crumbling 2-cent fortune cookie in the back of my car, embrace the unknown. It's where your future flourishes. From the metaphorical genius of my dad, your life is a book. You're the author. When writing, do 2 things. First, write in a way that when you're reading it over, you never want to skip a chapter. And second, make your book a bestseller. And from 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 16 through 18, rejoice always, pray without ceasing, and in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. Thank you.
We will begin the awarding of the diplomas with our honor students. Valedictorian and Distinguished Honor Graduate, Haley Renee Napi. Salutatorian and Distinguished Honor Graduate, Megan Elizabeth Schmedeke. Our distinguished honor graduates are Brody Allen Akra, Lucas Danner Alexander, Samantha Lynn Aldwart, Amber Elise Barras, Peyton Jane Beachy, Christopher Ryan Beaker, Savannah Allen Benish, Carol Lee Blaschke, Wade Marshall Blattner, Rylan Elise Businger, Anna Elizabeth Booth, Zachary Michael Boyd, Emma Ann Bro, Kate Alexa Brower, Shannon Isabella Buck, Erza Michael Buki, Nathaniel Andrew Burness, Avery Madison Cabe, Robert Edward Loftus Caddy, Samantha Natalia Cedeno Garcia, Hannah Ruth Chamberlain, Christabel Diane Chapowski, Sawyer Allen Chavis, Nathan Thomas Cheslick, Charlene Ann Thorne Clemens, Felicity Ariana Annette Cobble, Cora Sharon Cowell, Ava Rose Cricks, Ethan Marcus Cutler, Emery Damon Dennis Dalton, Benjamin Turner Dixon, Abigail Page Edwins, Bethany Ann Enslin, Stephanie Escamilla Balderas, Mildred Stephanie Fernandez, Allison Rose Fleury, Mary Caitlin Fortner, Carson Grace Fowler, Samantha Joy Franklin, Meredith May Freeman, Natalie Elizabeth Freer, Addison Chance Fugate, Caitlin Noel Garland, Jesus Hervé Gaetan Sanchez, Carter Anthony Gorzica, Dynasty Lenacia Green, Jasmine Anaya Griffiths Terry, Ishmael Isaac Guardia Ramos Jr., Scarlett Hamilton, Nathaniel Eli Harris II, Riley Nicole Hatchell, Rowan Avery Hearn, Madeline Mills Heimerdinger, Ben Theodore Maria Heller, Samuel Cole Henderson, Sydney Carolyn Heslop, Mariska Jordan Hillier, Gabriella Clark Hughes, Grayson Olivia Landreth, Mackenzie Eva Leahy, Samuel David Leith, Greenlee Elizabeth Lemire, Joyce Lee, Anna Grace Litchfield, Owen Gabriel Lloyd, Kara Marie Manger, Robert Hefner Markram, Brooks O'Neill Matthews, Ridley Caroline McCune, Ruby Lee McFain, Luke David Moreland, Caleb Jeffrey Nelson, Abigail Elizabeth Oberman, Ella Ann O'Connor, Elisa Mahing Olive, Benjamin Harry Perez, Cohen John Phillips, Matthew Ryan Phillips, Lucas Cade Piscatelli, Jaden Haley Plant, Daniel Garland Powell, Lucia Tillman Prescott, Lily Ann Presta, Peyton Marie Rochella, Dominic Arthur Ratchford, Elizabeth Nicole Ray, Jackson Wiley Ray, Callie Mae Rice, Elisa Megan Rice, Rowan Jermaine Richards, Isabel Grace Riley, Fallon Giselle Robinson, Rafael Alfredo Roca, Abigail Ann Rogers, John Lucas Shrimp, Sarah Elizabeth Schultz, Bailey Pat Schwenk, Julius Dimitri Scott, Andrew Serna Ramirez, Colin Patrick Shedler, Jolie Anna Singleton, Christopher Kevin Smith, Haley Marie Smith, Jensen Reeve Smith, Lola Louise Solberg, Elizabeth Jean Stafford, Grayson Elizabeth Stewart, Kaylee Ann Strozik, Grace Lorin Summerhill, Courtney Elizabeth Tedesco, Nevaeh Ray Thomas, Naomi Isabella Tomlin, Evan Patrick Underwood, Gabrielle Reese Unger, Alyssa Cheyenne Venable, Gabriella Vidal, Alec Roland Wayman, Kaylani Danielle Wedlock, Ashlyn Christine West, Jacinda Nadia Whitley, Kylie Morgan Williams, Westel Woodbury Willoughby II, Brianna Marie Wilson, Skylar Yates, Meredith Brooke Zamosny. The honor graduates are Alexa Magdalena Barkasy, Emily Faye Bernardo, Caleb Wesley Bennett, Alexander Keith Bohr, Brogan Lee Booth, Camry Mackenzie Braxton, William Bryce Brinson, Lainey Diane Broadhead, Keziah Desher Broughton, Emma Kate Brunson, Brady James Carr, Aaron Sawyer Davis, Tyler J. Davison, Madison Ann DeLong, Lane Hope Dockman, Jacob Ryan Dorsey, Annika Alexandria Downing, Gamble McLean Ford, Elena Clavey Fox, Logan Grace Frank, Haley Elizabeth Gladys, Connor Bryce Gorski, Mia Carolyn Grayson, Clarissa Noel Greenstreet, Evan Joseph Gerhowski, Evan James Gross, Alexandria Anicia Camaria Harris, Maxwell Cameron Harris, Erin Olivia Healing, Kiera Lynn Hendershot, Isabella Kyle Henry, Remington Colt Hickman, Aiden Reese Hudson, Raylan Memily Hyson, Zoe Ann Jarvis, Haley Anaya Johnson, James Scott Kersey, James Andrew King, Ava Lorraine Canarborg, Samantha Jean Cratchley, Andrea Renee Lafon III, Eris Lee, Caitlin Maria Livingston, Isabella Noel Lowe, Annalise Morgan Marillet, Andrew James McLaughlin, Wyatt Stephen Mizell, Ella Marie Murphy, John David O'Sullivan, Diane Sophia Perez, Sierra Leilani Pizarro, Hillel Jonathan Powell, Chloe Rose Presta, Aaron Maria Elena Quezada, Ajani Anthony Redwood, Adam Nathan Reamer, Ella Olivia Ritchie, Daniel Gavin C., Lauren Lee Solberg, Isabel Santana Stolf, Kayleen Teresa Torres, Isabel Josemary Villa, Harley Nadine Watkins, Lacey Abigail Wilson, Katori Lakira Wims. Congratulations to the Ashley Ridge Distinguished Honor Graduates and Honor Graduates. Jalen Xavier Abney, Fabiola Sofia Acevedo Rivera, Benjamin Bradford Alkire, Edward Gunnar Altman, Anthony Francisco Alvarado, Diamond Maria Ankrum, Jimmy Ankrum Jr., Adriana Wageshi Adenyi, Michaela Lee Anderson, Emily Ann Asher, Austin Patrick Astagariga, Ashton Cole Augustine, Alma de la Avila Garcia, Kyla Marie Baker, Sergio Barnesas Conde, Janae Michael Elizabeth Barnett, Brianna Marie Bass, Antonio Germain Beatty, Jonathan Alexander Boss, Destiny Hope Beckham, Alejandro Manuel Benner, Patrick Ryan Berger, Alex Matthew Betts, Quentin LeVar Burke Jr., Emma Catherine Bison, Diana Cherie Blake, Kennedy Christian Blake, Shanice Destiny Blocker, Isaiah Ishua Blue, Jason Noel Bowler, Micah Carl Bowman, Kylie Virginia Benoit, Zave Renee Boone, Janiyah Denoa Boyd, Carter Holland Bradshaw, Zachary Michael Brady, Hannah Lee Bridgman, Cameron Justice Shakur Brown, Elizabeth Magdalena Brown, Mason Glenn Brown, Nairi Adonia Brown, Rashawn Anthony Brown, Elizabeth True Brownfield, Ryan Michael William Bruno, Garrett Wayne Burdett, Demarion Jameer Marquise Burns, Trevor Joseph Burnup, Kenan Lee Cahill, Michael Jason Carter II, Caleb Anthony Cancrow, Paulo Jose Castillo Ortega, Griffin Hubert Chilcote. Justin Anthony Chisholm. Tylasha Vachelle Chisholm. Emma Madeline Christie. Sergey Sergeyevich Cherikov. Matthew Ryan Clark, Jr. Sakara Rihanna Clary. Kevin Denzel Cobbs, Jr. Grace Anne Marie Cole. Robert Ethan Collins. Peyton Alexander Connell. Austin Jack Cooper. Katie Darlene Corcoran. Danica Noel Covington. Skylar Rye Crabtree. Dawson Temple Cribb. Corey Leisha Crosby. Kason Nicholas Krubaugh. Alexandria Lorianne Cunningham. Raiden Samuel Stockton Curry. Sullivan Anthony Curdy. Bryceland Anna Marie Chaiku. Aspen Grace Daly. Giovanna Rose D'Amico. Ian Keith Datus. Brett Aaron Davidson. Jarvis Shimon Davis. Jordan LeVar Davis. Kendall Rhett Dawson. James Ezekiel Debney. Jacob Aiden Russell Denman. Hayden Ramon Diaz. Lamari Jaquez Dinkins. Quinn Michael Dory. Matthew James Dominiani. Jeffrey Kenneth Donaldson, Jr. Ishaya Kanesha Drayton. Brooklyn Michelle Driggers. Peyton Lee Driggers. Lacey Felicia Dunlap. Emily Jo Marie Eklund. Ariana Rebecca Endinger. Portia Nicole Elmore. Ethan Thomas Emig. Caitlin Michelle English. Jacob Morrison Farish. Blake Graham Farnsworth. Autumn Trinity Felder. Jalen Alexander Ferguson. Jacob Edward Fink. Courtney Corinne Fogel. Ashley Selena Fordham. Ronald DeJuan Frazier. Kalani Jakari Ernest Freeman. Samuel Vernon Fuller III. Cassandra Kentz Alcina Fiorganen. Triton Joseph Gallerani. Haley Lynn Galignano. Elena Claire Garibay. Jason Michael Garwell Reese. Braden Lee Gentry. Rodney Allen Gethers Jr. Isabella Marguerite Gibbons. Savon Tyleek Gilliard. Tavon Rashaw Givens Chandler. Cooper John Godsave. Jerry Tony Goff Jr. Taylor James Gomolka. Estefania Gonzalez. Coyel Maurice DeAndre Goodwin. Destiny Jemiah Mary Gordine. Melvin Damari Grant. Kyla Jazara Green. Solomon Jaden Green. Tatiana Alexis Green. Clara Rose Greer. Rumi Jamaica Craig. Jose Miguel Guevara. Logan Campbell Hall. Jada Amari Hamilton Council. Ayana Faye Harris Jones. Lacey Emma Hathcock. Jayla Cheyenne Dwayne Hayes. Christopher MacArthur Haynes. Morgan Angelique Haynes. Reagan Holly Hickman. Harmony Sanaya Hope Hicks. Justice Karina Destiny Hicks. Nasir Jalen Hill. Tanaya Janae Hines. Angelo Schuler Hoffman. Connor Patrick Eon Holder. Malachi Malik Holmes. Abigail Taylor Hooks. Jaleel Malik Hope. Mahogany Sheree Jazz Horlbeck. Javon Damon Horry. Please be reminded to hold applause until we're finished with all of our graduates. Adam Joseph Huff. Elijah Xavier House. Caroline Nicole Howard. Jonah Christopher Hutner. Trinity Michaela Highland. Christian Armando Iglesias. Andrew Chebuzo Ikajora. Haley Lynn Ingram. Roman David Innes. Jaden Noel Iwanaqui. Javen Dontrell Jackson. Noah Thyri Jackson. Nairi Sanaya Jackson. Elizabeth Nicole Jamie. Armani Nicole Jefferson. Nicholas Darren Jefferson. Jordan Michelle Jenkins. Jemiah Leona Johnson. Walter Thomas Johnson. Shanae Kylie Joyner. Jack Andrew Jonas. Akaya Destiny Jones. Cruz Matthias Jordan. Haley Sean Josie. Hannah Rylan Josie. Madison Layla Kate Kahlberg. Diana Castakina. Mara Sage Kendall. Noah Seth Kendall. Jonathan Scott Kenny. Jaleesa Latrell Key. Hunter Reed Kiefer. Aiden Michael Mincy Kincaid. Sydney Page King. McKillen Nashawn King. Summer Lynn Kinnison. Casey Elizabeth Clower Perry. Rhiannon Ariel Coleman. Claire Elizabeth Lacey. Michaela Shantana Ladson. Malaysia Siobhan Ladson. Desmond Scott Langvin. Joshua Glashon Lawrence. Michael Alexander Lawrence II. Marshall Cheyenne Ledyard. Christopher Alfonso Lee. Caitlin Madison Lee. Joey Marie Lepori. Dayton Nobles Llewellyn. Warren Lee Lloyd. Javari Chris Logston Goodwine. Olivia Noel Logston. Michaela Ann Lorenz, Mahis Jeshua Lauke, Tyler Matthew Maloney, Sophia LaCroix Morano, Carmine Anthony Martinez, Brian Nathaniel Martinez Everett, Indigo Simone McDaniel, Mackenzie Rose McDonald, Raymond Colin McLemore, Adelaide Grace McMillan, Matthew Dylan McNeil, Camden Jace Merritt, Caleb Robert Metz, Makai Kamar Miles, Danielle Nicole Miller, Kenzie Snow Milligan, Amanda Lynn Mizell, Lily Winter Moan, Zain Iman Moheldin, Colton Patrick Mons, Mildred Mariah Moore, Josue Morales, Giovanni Moretti, Kaya Rising Morris, Amaya Nicole Morcell, Maggie K. Mohair, Roman Connor Mullins, Jaden Mungia, Damar Antoine Tykel Myers, Damer Darnell Michael Myers, Lillian Carol Myrick, Joseph Graham Napoli, Bryn Isabel Nels, Mackenzie Lynn Neeson, Jake Elliott Neely, Jacob Owen Nelson, Nadia Taylor Nelson, Natalie Laverne Nickerson, Cameron Nicholas Nielsen, Brooke Alyssa Normand, William Taekwon Nottage Swain, Riley James Nutting, Cayman Lynn Nywinning, Alvin Ori, Katie Dayanara Ortega Banegas, Emily Ribeiro Ortmeyer, Sydney Renee Palma, Makai Andrell Palmore, Mason Thomas Parker, Rylan Jude Parker, Victoria Elaine Parker, Reagan Carolyn Patton, Giselle Danil Pelikakis, Kanaya Lazaria Galatia Pendergrass, Jadelyn Michelle Perez Arias, Diane Sophia Perez, JC Elizabeth Perez, Emily Louise Petchy, Jacob Dale Phillips Matthew, Derek Edward Pickle, Vince Jaron Colimlim Pinto, Joseph Eugene Merrill Piper, Sarah Isabella Perella Fareas, Leela Paula Pluchek, Cameron Daniel Poirier, Cameron Allen Pratt, Anthony Jamar Prelo, Jr., Shaylin Emily Pugh, Riley Ann Quant, Betsy Resendez Garcia, Brendan Xavier Reyes, Leland Edward Reynolds, Cameron Deshaun Elijah Rice, Isaiah Rashawn Richardson, Summer Liara Rivera. Leandra Elena Robinson. Maya Dontasia Robinson. Shadera Lavana Robinson. Isabella Rodriguez. James Ruben Romero. Riley Nanar Royal. Isaac Martin Rulones. Austin Lee Rutherford. Derek Lamont Sally Jr. Miranda Lindsay Sally. Dante Mateo Santangelo. Marco Gianni Santangelo. Kyle Joe Schultz. Zachary Jacob Schlampo. Imani Nichelle Scott Sharp. Omar Nadim Shabaldine III. Miriam Marwan Shehab. Ryan Matthew Shipman. Christopher William Shoemaker. Caitlin Marie Shoup. Peyton James Shoup. Dwayne Clavon Simmons. Ernest Ulysses Simmons Jr. Javari James Simmons. Kamari Armani Simmons. Sanaya Nijay Simmons. Christopher Dwayne Singleton. Herbert Lee Singleton Jr. Keturah Jairi Singleton. Akaya Janae Smalls. Antoine Rashad Smalls. Ashley Acacia Smalls. Quincy Lashaw Smalls Jr. Davon Emmanuel Smith. Elijah Gage Smith. Gordon Alexander Smith. Javen Trayvon Edmund Smith. James Francis Smith IV. Noah Harrison King Smith. Shamar Jaquan Smith. Aiden Bradley Smithers. Madeline Joy Subechek. Lucia Lynn Solberg. Reagan Alyssa Souther. Madison Christine Sterrett. Justin James Tyler Stanton. Jonathan Michael Stein. Grady Anthony Stewart. Jacob Carter Strickland. Kennedy Morgan Strock. Julia Catherine Stubbs. Cameron Russell Sultan. Damon Patrick Talbot. Janae Marie Taste. Riley Shea Teagarden. Emily Rose Thiele. Jade Nori Thompson. Aria Nicole Tiepo. Emma Isabella Turner. Caden Donovan Tuttle. Paul James Ueck. Thomas Martin Ueck. Joshua Kyle Van Dyke. Elizabeth Jessica Van Letz. Maritsabel Vidal. Jaden Keyshawn Wadley. Sophia Ann Wallace. Javen Anthony Washington. Jordan Xavier Washington. Landon Benjamin Watrous. Demaya Elise Watson. Owen Thomas Watson. Isaiah Donald Weems. Connor James Westbrook. McKenna Rose Wheaton. James Vance Wheeler IV. Ansley Elaine Whitmer. Jordan Christian Wilder. Jaquan Bernard Williams. Noelle Elizabeth Williams. Kylie Renee Wilson. Michaela Alexis Whitty. Penelope Rose Wood. Bethany Diana Wright. Hannah Karen Marindia Wright. Quentin Dwayne Wright Jr. Brianne Madison Alacia Yates. Amante Thomas Young. Hope Elizabeth Young. Nicholas Francis Zadida. Jacob Louis Zunino. Let's hear it for all of our class of 2024.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, it is my duty as principal of Ashley Ridge High School and on behalf of the faculty and staff of Ashley Ridge High School to certify to Superintendent Robbins, our Board of Trustees, that these seniors, the class of 2024, have fulfilled all state and local requirements to earn their high school diploma. Dr. Robbins, it is my hearty recommendation that they be accepted as duly qualified.
As superintendent and on behalf of the Dorchester School District 2 Board of Trustees and the state of South Carolina, I certify that all the candidates for South Carolina's high school diploma have met all graduation requirements. I proudly accept the Ashley Ridge High School class of 2024 as graduates.
Good morning, Board of Trustees, faculty, administrators, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2024. I would like to say thank you to all that joined us today to celebrate this occasion. Fellow graduates, we did it. Whether you walked, ran, or crawled, you made it. All those hours studying and putting in the work have paid off. 4 years ago, we took a huge risk and made sacrifices that caused us to consume ourselves in the high school experience. We were able to find ourselves in the Swamp Fox family. Ashley Ridge has provided us with tools to persevere, celebrate, and overcome any obstacle we may face. Remember, it is not how you start, but how you finish. All the little moments add up to make the big moments, but it is the little moments that mean the most to you. These little moments are what shape and build our character. It is crazy to think that some of us have known each other since elementary school, others only since this year. But one thing is for sure, we have all made lifelong friends with all the time spent together, laughs shared, tears shed, and arguments had. I personally would like to give thanks to my family for being there for me and pushing me to be the best I could possibly be, day in and day out. I'd also like to thank Miss Stacy Elwood for getting me out of my comfort zone at school and helping shape me into the person I am today. Fellow graduates, no matter what path you take, college, military, or workforce, remember the lessons that Ashley Ridge High School has taught you. Once a fox, always a fox. Now, graduates, please stand. Ashley Ridge High School, class of 2024, please move your tassels from right to left. Please remain standing as we sing Cardinal and Gold together one last time.
To our school we lift our hearts, and we sing thy praise. Ashley Ridge, we will be true. Pride never fails. Golden cardinal through and through. Swamp foxes will reign. We will always love and cherish Ashley
No, bro, it's too late.